For over a decade, two names owned football's highest individual honor. Then in 2018, a 5'8" midfielder from a war-torn Croatian town broke that monopoly. Luka Modrić, who controlled matches not through speed or spectacle, but through vision, rhythm, and an intelligence the modern game may never reproduce. Many now call him the last midfield genius. But this story doesn't begin on the pitch. It begins with a boy running from war. Luka Modrić was born in Zadar in September 1985. His earliest years were spent in the quiet stone hamlet of Modrici, nestled in the Velebit foothills. But that peace shattered in late 1991 with the outbreak of the Croatian War of Independence. At just 6 years old, Luka's world collapsed. Serbian paramilitaries seized the region, burning homes, and in December 1991, his grandfather, Ante, was shot and killed while leading his cattle. The family fled instantly, leaving everything behind. They sought refuge in the coastal city of Zadar, living as displaced persons in the cramped, basic rooms of the Hotel Jadran. It was a life defined by instability, marked by frequent power cuts and a lack of running water. With his father, Stipe, conscripted into the army to defend the front lines, the family's survival rested on his mother, Maria, who worked double shifts as a hotel housekeeper and seamstress. Outside, Zadar was under constant siege, with artillery shells regularly targeting the harbor. Yet, amid the terrifying thud of mortar fire and the scream of sirens, a small boy could always be found in the hotel's concrete hallways and dusty parking lot. Luka kept a cheap, slightly deflated football glued to his feet. While others sought shelter, he channeled his fear into the rhythmic, comforting tap of the ball against cracked walls. He learned to control his environment when everything else was falling apart. This was where his resilience was forged, not on a pristine pitch, but on a bomb-scarred concrete slab, where football was his only escape. Organized football offered a pathway out of the chaos. At NK Zadar, youth coaches noticed a tiny, hyperactive boy with an impossibly clean first touch. By 2000, GNK Dinamo Zagreb secured the 15-year-old for their academy. Yet the capital club doubted his physical stature. To test his limits, Dinamo sent him on loan to the Bosnian Premier League with Zrinski Mostar in 2003. On those unforgiving pitches facing brutal tackles from veteran professionals, the teenager did not break. He adapted, relying on rapid spatial awareness and quick passing sequences to survive. He finished the season as the league's best player. A second loan to Inter Zapresic in 2004 refined his tactical intelligence as a deep-line playmaker, where he dictated the entire tempo of the team's attack. These demanding environments forged his technical maturity and self-belief. Luka returned to Zagreb as a complete footballer, having proven that intelligence and vision could overcome any physical deficit on the pitch. In April 2008, Tottenham Hotspur broke their transfer record to sign the young playmaker for £16.5 million. But England was a league of giants, and the British press quickly questioned whether a slender 72-kilogram midfielder could survive. Pundits labeled him too lightweight for the bruising physicality of the Premier League. Instead of shrinking, Modrić worked. Under fitness coach Ian Culverhouse, he spent late nights completing relentless ball control circuits and high-intensity intervals to build his stamina. The turning point arrived against Manchester City in April 2011. Under a ferocious press, Modrić orchestrated a flawless 9-pass sequence, slicing open the defense with a perfect through ball to set up a crucial goal. By the time he left London, the skepticism had evaporated. The boy from Zadar had proved that in a league built on speed and muscle, absolute spatial intelligence was the ultimate weapon. In August 2012, Real Madrid secured Modrić for £30 million. The transition to Spain was immediate and unforgiving. Under Jose Mourinho, the midfielder struggled to find his footing, often deployed out of position on the right wing or restricted in his defensive duties. The Spanish media showed little patience. That winter, readers of the sport's daily Marca voted him the worst transfer of the year. Yet, the struggle was a matter of tactical fit, not capability. When Mourinho shifted him into a deeper midfield role, his influence expanded. From this central space, he began to dictate the tempo of matches, using his vision to bypass opposition presses. This deeper placement unlocked his true fit, quietly reshaping how the team operated and establishing his role as the team's true engine. With Modrić anchored in the center, Real Madrid built the most dominant midfield of the modern era. Alongside Toni Kroos and Casemiro, he formed the KMK Triangle, a three-man engine room that redefined European football. Casemiro acted as the defensive shield, Kroos was the precise distributor, and Modrić was the fluid, creative heart. He functioned as a roaming playmaker, drifting between lines to pull defensive blocks apart. While others relied on physical power, Modrić manipulated time and space. He used his vision to dictate the tempo of matches, slowing the play to absorb pressure before instantly launching attacks with a single pass. This mastery of rhythm proved devastating on the grandest stage. Modrić served as the architect behind 4 Champions League titles in 5 seasons, acting as the team's escape valve against intense opposition presses. He did not simply play in Real Madrid's system, he was the system. His constant movement and intelligent positioning transformed a collection of individual superstars into an unstoppable football dynasty. For Real Madrid, he won championships. For Croatia, he carried the soul of a nation. In the summer of 2018, Luka Modrić walked onto the pitches of Russia wearing the captain's armband, leading a country of just 4 million people into the FIFA World Cup. He was no longer just a tactical asset for a club giant. He was the emotional anchor of his homeland. Through grueling knockout matches and endless extra-time dramas, Modrić guided Croatia all the way to the final. The global football community watched in awe as this slender midfielder dominated the tournament, proving his true influence stretched far outside of club football. In December 2018, the football world formalized what his play had long demonstrated. Luka Modrić lifted the Ballon d'Or in Paris, securing 753 points. His victory shattered the decade-long duopoly of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. This honor rewarded sustained excellence across both club and country, prioritizing spatial control and collective rhythm over simple goal statistics. The global football establishment finally validated the quiet playmaker at the highest individual level. For a player once dismissed as too lightweight, it was ultimate proof that football intelligence had conquered the sport. While most midfielders retire or fade into less competitive leagues by their mid-30s, Modrić remained at the center of Real Madrid and Croatia. At age 38, his authority on the pitch never wavered. During the La Liga campaign from 2023 to 2024, he completed 91% of his passes, proving that his vision only sharpened with age. His survival at the elite level relies on strict physical discipline, including daily cryotherapy and mobility routines. In the dressing room, his quiet leadership guides the next generation. He does not run faster. He thinks faster, dictating the match when others tire. Today, football accelerates into an era of raw athleticism, squeezing out the quiet orchestrators. Modrić proved that vision and defiance outweigh physical might. As his era draws to a close, we are left with one final question. Will football ever see another midfielder like Luka Modrić?